Werther?
Werther?
Werther.
Hello, Werther?
I'm Werther, by the way.
Glad you're a normal person.
Well, let's not say terrible things.
Tell me, what will you be doing with yourself this summer?
I'm off to Europe for expat adventures. Material for my memoir.
The silky and lacy variety?
Something like that.
Seek out smart, confident, progressive women. Real spitfires.
That's good advice.
My sister is 18, so no, she doesn't want to fly down to Miami with you on your sick jet.
I have never wanted anyone more.
Werther, I should have mentioned I'm
what?
engaged.
What?
All right, well, welcome back to Toronto, Douglas.
Thanks so much.
So, Young Werther is actually an adaptation of the novel, The Sorrows of Young Werther.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm curious, did you read the novel prior, and what kind of initially attracted you to the role?
So, first of all, we'll start the end of the question. What attracted me to the role was the script. Like, I loved Jose's script. It was brilliant. It made me laugh. It was witty. It was an original character that I never played anything like this before. And I had not previously read Go to Work, but I can't tell you I read the whole thing, for this, but no, I dipped into it, and I did actually listen to some. There was a great radio play that my friend Jack Farthing, who's another actor, was in. So I listened to some of it, and then the rest was in the script really. But it's a really fun, modern, witty telling that sort of just pays homage to that story.
Yeah, and we kind of really get to fall in love with Werther and his journey. Do you have any traits of Werther that you can personally relate to?
I don't. There's probably more in there than I'd like to admit. No, but he loves to have a good time.
Yeah.
He sees everything with fresh eyes. He wears his heart on his sleeve, which I definitely do. I definitely I'm a romantic, and I fell in love quite quickly growing up with and obviously it was made it quite easy to have my heart broken probably. But yeah, I think he's just his zest and love for life. I'd say. I hope. I love to travel. I love to eat ice cream. Like him. So I love for life. I'd say.
Do you have a favorite flavor of gelato? Because I'm like, you really like the gelato.
I can't tell you. I ate so much gelato that day when we were shooting,
Yeah.
and it was a really good ice cream shop. But I went back to my trailer, and the whole thing was spinning. I didn't know sugar did. I felt like I was like drunk or something. I was like, because I ate probably about 40 ice creams, and yeah, I don't advise that. But my what actually blew my mind? I thought I like chocolate
Yeah.
thing, but they had this like lemon ice cream. It's a store here, famous store in Toronto. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like lemon ice cream with like white chocolate on the outside. I swear it was the best thing I had.
That sounds really delicious.
Yeah.
Like if you can remember the name, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I will. You can maybe like remember it, and then you can put it we'll figure out. And you put it underneath the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Actually, I kind of want to talk a little bit about what you're saying with Young Werther. It's like Werther. So some people see him as, let's say, a dreamer, or could be a disruptor. Well, how do you view on his idea of love? Do you think he was chasing love, right? Or do you see him as kind of like a little selfish way of chasing his dream or his?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's black and white, right? I think he is a dreamer. I think he is a lover. I think he did feel that he was falling deeply in love with this woman. I think he did fall in love with this woman, but I think he was falling in love with his idea of who he wanted her to be, and that's often what happens, in relationships. But I don't think he's a bad person at all. But yeah, he definitely. It's about following your own. He follows his own impulses without really thinking in desires and lust for life and people, without really thinking about the consequences, and not really thinking about how, society is normally structured or how things should be done. He doesn't really think about that. Hopefully he learns from his mistakes.
Yeah, we do see that. So I mean, just throughout your acting career, you've done a lot of period pieces, and obviously, there's a little more of a modern kind of day piece. Do you have a preference of kind of doing period pieces or like a bit more modern films?
I like both.
Yeah.
There's something fun about doing a period piece because it's like time traveling. Sometimes you walk into these sets and you're like, this is just like, you know, when you go and have like an interactive experience in a museum, it's like that. It's like it feels, you can really trick yourself, and you know, you're walking down this street and it looks exactly like it looked in the 1800s, and you know, there's horses and carts going past, and you're like, this is quite a privileged position. I feel like I'm seeing something that other people wouldn't see. But it's definitely easier to get ready in the morning. Doing one piece, just putting on a pair of sneakers and a hoodie.
Ready to go?
Yeah, you ready to go?
And you know, you've been acting for quite a while, and you've done a lot of great films. What would you say is like the one best piece of advice that you have ever received?
I think as an actor, you have to deal with a lot of rejection. So I think you really have to want to do it. You have to have a love for it. Otherwise, there are a lot of other things you can do. You know, I don't think becoming an actor, recognize your work or famous is a quick path to making you happy. So I think it's really important to understand that you should need to love and really get excited about the craft of acting and the process of it, because otherwise it's a tough job.
Yeah.
You know, because you deal with rejection day in, day out. You know, even me, lots of people, everyone does. You know, there's only so many good scripts out there. We're all fighting to try and be in the best possible projects that come along. But I think it is to work hard, but at the same time have fun, and really all acting it's simpler than I used to think it was. You know, I used to think it was maybe something more complicated. Acting is just listening and reacting. It's really that simple. It is thinking someone else's thoughts. You know, it's not that there's not a huge rocket science. Yes, there's technical stuff that you can learn about whether, you know, when you're doing stunts or where the camera is and how to move and things like that. But I think the best thing is to forget all of that, the technicality, and just to be present. I think that's the real key. Be present is a piece of advice.
Thank you. I'm sure a lot of actors can actually appreciate that. So my final question is, so we're all about going the extra mile. So how do you go the extra mile, whether that be in your professional life or your personal life?
Okay, where do I go above and beyond in my life? I go above and beyond in my relationships, my friendships. I give everything I can to them, to my wife, to my family. I love to travel. I think just really investing in life, because I think you're only going to be on this planet for a very short period of time. So I think you should just enjoy it, make the most of every minute, and be grateful.
All right, well, that was great. So thank you so much, Douglas. I've already seen the film, but I'm excited for everyone to watch the film tonight and when it hits theaters. So thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here in
So nice to
Toronto.
meet you.